Okay, today I'm going to go through some tips and tricks on mounting these tool swings. We're going to start off with this 8-inch vise model. It's mounted with 1/2-inch bolts up under your workbench, so you'll need to get 1/2-inch bolts for it. I'm going to start off by showing that you're going to want to set up a piece of wood under here so you can still reach the latch. The 8-inch model already has slotted holes, so as long as your vise base isn't wider than this 8-inch platform, it'll work. You're going to set your vise up here. You're going to mount it all the way to the most forward position you can, so that when you loosen this up and you clamp a piece of whatever in there, it's going to clear your front platform. So you always want to keep your vise mounted all the way forward. Next, you're going to want to mark your holes. In this case, they're already slotted, so you're going to set it up there and maybe mark the position of where that vise is, and then close your vise. Now with this blocked up, I can reach the latch and I can raise this just to make sure everything clears. If this tail shaft was longer, let's just pretend it is. Like if it was that long, you may have to adjust where your thing's mounted, but these will allow for a very long tail shaft. You're going to do the same with the 10-inch platform. If your vise is larger than 10 inches here, it won't fit. It's got to be within this 10 inches. So we're going to set it up to where we're able to reach that latch. So we can do that. Get your vise up there, and of course do the same. Make sure your vise clears everywhere. Next thing we're going to do is, once you know where your vise is going to be, I'm going to use this as a little makeshift workbench. Let's say the bottom of your workbench is flush and you don't have any bracing. You can just mount it flush right to your workbench. And the reason that we want to slide, you don't want your workbench edge sitting so far back. All this room here is pretty unnecessary. You want this workbench slid up to where when you pop this vise up, it's not sticking so far out in front of your workbench. I usually like to leave like an inch here. So in order to measure that, we're going to see that that's where the back side of our vices is with this closed, so our tail shaft is sticking back. And then you're going to mark that and move it an inch back. And then I'm going to mark that hole, mark that ledge right there. And so that is where the edge of our workbench is going to be. And then you take that mark, and this is going to be with all models. I'm going to take that mark and take your tape measure, measure back, and that is 6 inches from the edge of our workbench to where our first hole is going to be. So pretending this is your workbench, you're going to measure back 6 inches and make your mark. So now we know that this hole, that 6 inches, is going to be right here on this mark. So then you would take everything off of your tool swing, flip it upside down, and mark all 4 of your holes. That way, your vise is going to come up and it's not going to be sticking out so far. It's going to be minimal. When it comes to mounting this flush, let's say you have a brace like this is 1.5 inches, and your brace is like this. You're going to mark your hole, and then I like to use some spacing. Whatever this width is of your brace, say if it's a 2x4, that'd be 3.5 inches. So you'd want to cut some spacers that are 3.5 inches. I've got a bunch cut for 1.5 inches because that's what I use. And then I would, of course, drill all my holes and then boom, space it down to where you could even use this brace and just make sure that you brace it accordingly on this backside. And then you can use countersunk bolts, or if you have a steel workbench, is what I did on mine, is I drilled my holes in some angle iron, and then drilled my holes and then welded a couple bolts down through. So then you could just mount a couple of these like this and like this, and then your holes are already, or your bolts are already stuck through, and then you just place your tool swing up there. So with that said, we're going to do the same with the bench grinder model. I'm going to set it up here so you're able to reach the latch, so you're able to pull the back platform up. You're going to set your bench grinder on there. There's a hole here for your cord to go down. But send it up there, get it where you want it. Take a marker and mark where you want it. Then you're going to test fit. You're going to bring this up just to make sure everything clears. Mark it, and then slide it about an inch back. And then mark that. And once you have that mark, you can measure back to the first hole on your workbench. Measure back on your workbench, mark it, drill it. Then you can take everything off of your tool swing, flip it upside down, and just drill your holes, and then space it accordingly. And then space it accordingly with stuff like this, or 2x4s, kind of whatever the situation you have is going to be different. So just kind of use common sense there, and just space it down so it's level underneath your workbench. Just kind of work with the braces that you have, possibly, or if there's no braces, like say if you have a butcher top block and you're just mounting it flush, like that, mark your holes, drill them, mount it up flush. Okay, now that you have all your holes marked for your vise or your bench grinder, and all your holes drilled on your bench, and everything ready to mount, under no circumstances should you ever be using this thing without it being locked. Don't use it like this. You want it locked in with the crank. Solid, so there's no way this thing can move around while you're trying to mount it. I'm pretty good at building stuff, but maybe not so good at explaining stuff. So head down to the comments and let me know how I could have done better explaining how these things work. I've been building them for 20 years and I've got them perfected, and they'll hold a ton of weight. The 2 vise models have been tested, and there should be a strength video coming out soon. You won't believe how much weight they held. Pretty impressive. Anyway, I've been building a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of cool stuff in my shop, so check out my other videos. I'd really appreciate it. Also, I'd like to mention that I've got a manufacturing partner, Paragon Pro, that are taking these things to the next level. So they should be available through multiple platforms soon. McMaster Car is one company that's going to list them. Acme Tools is another company that will be listing them, along with my website and Paragon Pro. Hope you liked this video, and there should be one you like right here as well. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Hit that like button.